Yo, what's up guys? Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the railings that I have it on my deck. Like, it's been 7 years now when I built this deck. So good. Thing is that like I save a lot of money of this railings. Building a deck, if you use the railings, is one of the most expensive thing. Building the deck with the railings, because the veranda or whatever that you could get in the big box store or wherever in the home hardware, those are expensive. Those are expensive railings. That would cost you like for like about 8 foot long. I know what I mean is like the 8 foot width of the railings. That will be cost you like around like 300-400, and then if you're gonna do the whole railings the whole deck all the way around with the railings veranda, that would cost you a lot. That would cost you like probably somewhere around 2,000. I don't really know the exact exact amount how much you're gonna spend for that railings. That's a lot of money. Like if you're DIYing a deck, you're in your backyard. So best way to save money on that is to use this kind of railings. It's not actually the veranda or aluminum one that you could get in in a big box store. This is a conduit pipe, just like the EMT or ECT pipe that you could get in there. This is a 3/4 diameter of this pipe, which it's up to you. You can use the 1 inch or the whatever that you want. You can do the horizontal railings, which is that looks nice. You could, and I advise that you could better use the 1 to 2 inches diameter of the pipe. So for this one, because like I got kids and I need to go it vertically so that it's safer for them. I mean, and also before installing this one, if you wanna paint it before installing it, better paint it first. And you also have to check your city code before you use this kind of railings, because like every city has a different code. Maybe they don't allow you to use this kind of thing. Yep, at least. But before I did this one, I did call the city, and it was fine. It was fine of using this one. The only thing is like you have to work with the height of your railings as well, because there's also have a certain code on that like you have to follow those guidelines. And yep, and for that one, and for this pipe, you could get this one in Home Depot anywhere, like Lowe's or in your local home hardware. And this comes with a 10 foot long. So for the 10 foot long, you could make five. Yeah, all right, guys, and we already have got our tools ready for the railings that we're gonna make today. I might have saw. I really, this is my bread and butter of my all my DIY project, all my project, and I always have this in my truck. So, but anyways, we already have this one, and like I said, we're gonna make the railings. So I already cut it out this 2x4. This is only a regular dimensional lumber that my leftover my previous project. So just gonna make a sample that just to show you how to make. It is the same as the pressure treated 2x4, but the only thing is this is not a this is just a regular wood. It's not treated one. So yep, what we're gonna do now is we already cut it off for our the top rail and the bottom rail that we're gonna make for the pipes that we have. So first thing is we have to determine the center of this wood. This is the 2x4, but actually it's really like like in my area at the code, like the 4 inch, the minimum 4 inch spacing for the railings is a must. All right, we already snap a line both the top rail and for the bottom rail. So we already snap a line right in the middle of this 2x4. So what we're gonna do now is we have to clamp this both because we have to make it sure that be they will be uh, uh, they will be even every every rail. Like we have to make it sure that our rail vertically they were all square, like not like not like the other one goes this way, the other one goes this way. It's like it's so ugly, it doesn't look nice. So what we're gonna do is we have to make it sure that these two by four or they were flush each other over here, so that when we drove a, a hole, there will be evenly uh, perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp this two by four, which I'm sure this is really even here. So and I don't have to worry about this. I'm just trying to show you, uh, but what's the best thing? What's the best thing is like like if we if we're gonna make drive a hole here for the railings, we have to make it sure that they're all even. Okay, I'll say okay. So we clamp this side here, and of course we also have to clamp the other side as well. You don't have to clamp here because you're gonna drive a hole in here. So just gonna clamp it right in on the end. So right. So good with that. And now we have to go with the spacing. So 4 inch each railings. So what we're gonna do here, I have my speed square in here using this. So perfectly I could measure 4 inch in here. So all you gotta do is just mark it here, the four at the right all the way over here for your 4 inch each and every railings. So just make a line all the way through to the second 2x4 you have. So the same thing over for the next one is 4 inch. So right now it's so hard to. This is only a 7 inch speed square I have. So what we're gonna do here is just wait for this to do the second one, because it's so hard to do this way, right? Like you cannot determine really the 4 inch, because this one is like, what we're gonna do is just wait for that. So what we're gonna do is just wait for that is we have to make a jig, so that all we're gonna do is just to snap, no, just to follow the jig and make a line. So alright, we're gonna cut out a jig. So alright, I have a 2x6 in here, that what we're gonna use for our jig. We're just gonna measure a 4 inch over here, but we have to make it sure that this one over here is square. Okay, but this is perfectly square because I have used this one on my shelving before. So this is perfectly square. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out a 4 inch over here just to make a jig. So that's the easiest or fastest way that we could make a railings, right? So we already make a line over here. This is a 4 inches. This is a 4 inches space in here. So okay, we're just gonna cut this off. So alright, we just have this. So what we're gonna do here for the spacing is we're gonna do it this way. But for me, we're gonna put another block over here. Alright, I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna cut out another block for that. Yeah, alright, I already did cut it out this these blocks that we're gonna use as a jig for the spacing of our railings. This I'm just gonna show you this. Like for example, if you're gonna make like a railings all the way around, and that's a lot of measuring thing that you're gonna do. So fastest way is to make a jig, so that you don't have to do it, measure it again and again and again. So which is, just make a jig. So what we're gonna do here is we have to make sure this is the space, the exact space that we're gonna do every railings that we have. So what I'm gonna do now is I have to drive a screw on this block, just to, but we have to make it sure that this is square and this is square as well, so that perfectly even the moment we drill this one. All right, so best way to make it sure this one is square is we have to clamp it, so that when we drive a hole in here, and when we drive a screw in here, it doesn't move. Okay, so gotta grab that clamp. All right, we're gonna clamp this one in here. We have to make it sure that it's perfectly square, because we don't want our railings, they're gonna look so ugly. Yeah, right. I'm flush here, and I'm flush here at the back. So, yep, we'll clamp it. It's a wrong bit. There you go. We're just gonna drive this all the way through. They're pretty good on that. So now there you go. You already have that, the jig that you have for your railing spacing. So this is how it works. What we're gonna do is just gonna put this one right here in the thing, and you can just mark each. But you have to make it sure that it was flush here. It is flush here. So you already have you already determine your spacing. So you just mark it there and slide it. And mark again over here, so you don't have to measure again and again. All you gotta do is just snap. Oh, the best thing here, this is like get a snag tight, so it won't every time you move your jig, it won't move this thing when you mark it. That's the best thing. It has at least a snag tight. So yeah, there you go. We already determined that one. So we know already that this one is 4 inches each. So you can see. Now we have already the center, which we're gonna drive our bit right here in the middle, so that we're gonna have our hole right straight. So the purpose we clamping this one, so that we have exact the same spaces, our top and our bottom rail. Right now we're gonna drive the Forstner bit right here. All right. Technique of that, if you don't have that thing, is just punch a hole, like a tiny hole over here. Which you can do that. If you don't have a hammer, then you could just do this thing. Like that's how the handy man goes. That's all. Now we have that tiny holes in here. Sorry about that, I'm just a little bit clumsy over here. So alright, we're gonna drive that Forstner bit. So since we're using the 3/4 pipe, so we also have to use the 3/4 Forstner bit. So yep, just gonna, what you're gonna do is, like, the purpose of the punching hole, because look at this, the tip over here, so that it could go straight right away, and you're exactly in the right position of of the the hole. Yeah, you always, like, you could drive like at least an inch deep or 2 inch deep. But for this, I just gonna drive until the till the thickness of my Forstner bit, just for you to just to show you, how it works. So we're gonna do it. Yep. Now, as you can see it here, we already have this evenly hole, like they're all even spaces because the jig that we make. Okay, so we already drove a hole over here, which we can put our pipes in there, right? So we're gonna let go the clamp. We're good. So yeah, for this now, we know already. We know already where's the top and the bottom rail. It's like, but for the first time, there are wires over there. I'm just gonna, like, you can just put a mark in here, like which one is the top or bottom. But for me, it doesn't matter because they're already evenly spaces, and you already determine the height, so it doesn't matter. So right, guys, so we're gonna cut our pipes. We have this EMT pipe that we have here. Yeah, right. So what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna cut this evenly. So yep, that is also one of the most important thing. We cut our railings at this, like, they should have to be even, each one, because otherwise, like, assembling this one, if the other one is shorter, the other one is a little bit longer, so it's so hard to assemble this one. So they should be evenly the same. So what there you go, perfect all the time. So you can see this is evenly flush here, and this is flush here, so you don't have to worry about measuring all the time, measuring again and again. And now we have this three evenly cut piece of railings. So yep, as I've said, this one goes here, assemble this one, and assembling this one is pretty easy, as long as you have a perfectly even piece. So Yep, there you go, guys. Now you got a good looking railings. The only thing you're gonna do here is to, if you want, if you want the to paint this one, then you can go ahead and paint it. Prep all the railings, just paint it. Or if you're all right, guys, we already have done with this thing. And for the next video, I'm gonna show you how to make that a jig for for the pipe to cut, which is more easier and more efficient, and how to cut every piece that we're gonna do for railings, that we don't have to measure it again and again, and we don't have to clump it as well. So all right, if you think this video is helpful, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell and comment as well, so that you also have a chance to win that Metabo router that I will be giving away. And yeah, all right, guys, for the next one, I'll see you there. Ciao.